don't understand what they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water. Try to find what's right in a distant place, so far away. The silence fills my heart with empty space. But now I'm sure of where I'll go from here. And tensions rise, they push me to divert my vision. But I will break the ceiling and the walls that kept me in for all this time, and all the reasons that I cannot find.
They'll wait for me to fall under that pressure. They'll wait for me to give it up. Well, I will not work against the forces I trust. Have to stay above the rushing water.
To keep myself composed. It takes a lot not to overload. They can't tell me what is right for me. I just need peace of mind and my ability. But no one said that it would be this hard. But you'll play your part. So I will run until I reach the end, and who knows where I'll be. But all I know is that we'll start again.
They'll wait for me to fall under that pressure. They'll wait for me to give it up. Well, I will not work against the forces I trust. Have to stay above the rushing
on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore. I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore.
They haven't set up their positions well, allowing cats. Oh my god! Good evening everyone on the Asia server. We are back with 5th Bronze Series following Feast. And here is the Bronze Series format. It's round robin. First to 4th place will receive a Gold Series ticket. And the gold format is as follows. 4 team single elimination, top 2 advance the second day. And second day, once again, 4 team double elimination. Sorry, it's 4 team double elimination for both, which I have changed. Each group can have as many as 4 teams, and games are spread across 2 days. Here is the schedule for EU and NA server. As for the Asia server, the games from the 15th to the 22nd will be postponed by a day because of the update. And here is the schedule. We will be following the 5th game all the way to the 7th game. And the times are stated as follows. There will be a 5-minute delay on the stream, so the matches will happen exactly at the time written on here, but the games you're going to be seeing, they will be broadcasted here 5 minutes later. And this is Feast lineup. We have James, Risparcode, also known as Spartan, Silver, Seapart, Frost, Necromancer, Slice, my waifu, Hidden Surprise, Sugar Mugu, and Mandalorian. This is my top 8 guests, and this will change after the second Go Series tournament. This is the grouping. Group 1 we have Attribution, ECG, King, Navik, Nova, and NQV7. Group 2 we have 9B, BB, E4D, E7, EA, Raw, and Wild. Group 3 we have Omega, DTG, Feast, GB, HLV, Pia, and Salmon. And this is the group we're following tonight. We begin with Feast versus Salmon, and then it will be Feast versus GB, and finally it will be Feast versus Pia. And group 4 we have DER, ID, RIRN, RS0C, SQ, and UI. The group of death I think will be group 2. And let's look at the results for the previous for the games yesterday. So we know we have played the first round all the way to the 4th round. Here are the results. We have ECG 2-1 against Attribution, King 2-0 against Nova, NQV7 2-0 against Navik, ECG 2-0 against Nova, NQV7 2-1 against Attribution, and King 2-0 against Navik. Round 3 we have ECG 2-0 against NQV7, Nova 0-2 against Navik, and an upset here, and Attribution losing to King 0-2. 2-4 we have ECG 2-0 against Navik, King 2-1 against NQE7. Another upset here, and Attribution 2-0 against Nova. And this is the standings so far. We have King with 4 points, ECG with 4 points, NQE7 with 2 points, Navik with 1 point, Ash2 with 1 point, and Nova with 0 points. We know that King, ECG, and NQE7 will be getting a Gold Series ticket already, and it all depends on whether Attribution can win against Navik tonight in round 5, which I suppose they will. Group 2, the results. We have EA losing to Wild 0-2 in an upset, E4D 2-0 against BB, and E7 2-0 against Raw, 9B 2-0 against Wild, EA 2-0 against Raw, and E7 2-0 against E4D. Round 3 we have 9B 2-1 against BB, Wild 2-0 against Raw, EA 2-1 against E4D, and we have round 4, 9B 2-0 against Raw, BB losing to E7 0-2, and E4D 2-0 against Wild. And tonight we're going to be seeing these matches here at the leaderboard so far. E7 and 9B tied with 3 points, EA, E4D, and Wild tied with 2 points. BB and Raw haven't got a point yet. And as I said yesterday, while I'm doing a detailed looking at this leaderboard, Wild will be the one that is on an uphill battle, while E7 and 9V especially 9V, if they lost to E4D, if they lost all the games tonight, they still have a good chance of qualifying because they won against Wild, VB, and Ra. As for Wild, at least they at least they have to win against VB, and if they could make an upset with E7, Wild might have a chance in breaking into the top 4, but it's going to be hard. You have to bank on E7 losing all their games as well tonight. That means E7, Wild, and 9V, they will be tied with 3 points, and they will get their they will all get their tickets. Okay, as for oh no, so well, I mean, at least E7 has to win 1 match. So Group 3, we have Pia losing to DDG02, GB losing to HLB02, Salmon 2-0 against Omega, Feast 2-0 against DTG, Pia losing to Omega02, GB 2-0 against Salmon, Feast 0-2 against HLB, DTG 2-0 against Omega, Pia 0-2 against GB. Feast winning against Omega 2-1, but hashtag Feast can't mean. HLV 2-0 against Salmon, and DTG losing to GB 1-2. And here are the remaining matches. I don't think there will be some surprises here. I mean, HLV, GB, Feast, and DTG, they have a really good chance in securing top 4 altogether. Depends on really DTG now. If they can win against Salmon, that will be even better. Otherwise, they could get overtaken by Salmon. As for Omega, it will be hard. They will be hoping to have an upset against GB and HLB. As for Group 4, we have UI losing to ID02, SQ losing to RI02, RN 2-0 against RS0C losing to ID02, UI losing to DER02, and RN winning SQ 2-0. RI 2-0 against RS0C, ID 2-0 against DER, UI 2-0 against SQ, round 4, DER 2-0 against RS0C, RN 2-0 against RI, and ID 2-0 against SQ. As for the remaining rounds, here are the matches. And UI has won both SQ and also RS0C, I believe. And oh no, not RS0C. I think they haven't played, isn't it? Yes, they haven't played that one. If they could win against RI, they will get top 4. But I'm very sure that the RN and ID will get top 4 tonight and get a good series ticket. So I think the room should be up at any moment. So we will be going in, and then we will be following Feast versus Salmon. Hello to both Juicy and Sponge. How y'all doing? I'll get a medium tank. And change my avatar because I have a better avatar now, which is the 6 Victorious Ease avatar. And I have a temporary avatar as well, so I can show you that I have I have a veteran avatar, this avatar over here. So I think I have to ask the wargaming, the official wargaming server mods to give me the veteran roles. This is the evidence that I'm a veteran. I'm veteran, so. Please give me a veteran role. That would be really good. Yes, that would be pretty good. And I think we will receive an invite very soon. Just around a minute or so, we will get it. We will be going into the room. It's going to be Feast versus Salmon. We'll find out soon. Look at this. I think this is probably the only server where the clan logos are shown. The clan logos are shown. No default logo is shown. So you can see ID finishing 2nd, E7 finishing 1st, and Feast finishing 3rd. And they all have their clan logos put into the game. So I really like this. And now it's going to be Feast versus Salmon, and you'll be seeing here Port Bay. It's a map that we are going to be following. So Port Bay is you know, kind of depends on where you go. As I always say, if you want to go to the northeastern corner, then you might want hold down tanks and maybe a medium or two, because that corner, the northeastern corner, is going to be the far northeastern corner. It's going to be really good for hold down mediums, and you need speed to get there, because otherwise you will probably get shots while going into that area. So Beast will be having these tanks, and if you go to A and B, then you might want some heavily armored tanks, because the terrain there is relatively flat, and hold down tanks will probably not work. You don't have a lot of low-lying obstacles to kind of hide your hull. So this is going to be interesting to see. I think Feast will go to the sea area, which is the northeastern area. So as for Salmon, they're going to be taking an AMX M454. Problem is the gun. I really hate the gun, and it's kind of big as well. The turret is okay, it's good, but the side and the back armor is just paper. So not really sure what they're going to be used. Not really sure how they're going to work this out, but you never know. Salmon can surprise us here, but Salmon, we have Pancake on the table, I believe. They participated in Cloudwars Asian Blitz Cup. They finished last, I believe. Not the result that they will be proud of, but at least they will be getting some experience, and this is the thing that I think Salmon needs. They don't have really skilled players. I think they are playing playing tournaments for fun pretty much. But I really like I really hope that they're going to gain something from the Cloudwars Asia Blitz Cup, and more training with the really good clans. I think they can actually be a force to be reckoned with. And we always like to see clans that do not have good win rate to break into the competitive scene. It's not always good skills which give you the advantage. Sometimes I think good afternoon, Nat. Sometimes I think good strategies, good focus fire, and so on and so forth will win you the games. But I mean, fair enough, skills are important, but otherwise equally we have won against GB. Let's not talk about once again what happened there. But good strategies, good skills, good strategies, good coordination, good solidarity. This is what you need to win games in tournaments. It's a team game after all. Don't forget about that. It's not about your individuality. It's not free for all. It's a team slayer game. So as we are seeing, Salmon, Pancake on the table, IS4 alongside Vodka on the table, Pudding on the table in the biggest light, double Crown Bargains by Potato on the table, and Plume No, it's in the mouse. A Donut on the table is in the AMX M454, MLE 54 with Feast. Triple Crown Bargains by James, Slice My Waifu, and Sugar and Mugu. And we have T22 played by F Silver, Double T125 by Hidden Surprise and Z Park. And we have Bifrost in the mouse. So Bifrost in the mouse, surely that tank will be looking at B, while the other 6 tanks probably looking for C. And Salmon, this setup would be a little bit interesting though. I could see they're going for A and B instead of C, because they have double IS4 and a mouse, and double Crown Bargain. Although they are hold down tanks, but their hull armor isn't that bad at all. So same can go for Feast, but they have double T125s, and it's probably not the best idea to put your T125s in A and B, but you never know. And there is an F Silver, that T22. Killstar Universe said you need sleeping, but you're playing in DTG, so if you sleep, then your team will lose. Don't sleep, please. So it's called Firebird. I think it's endorsed by Igor Stravinsky. So if Igor Stravinsky is watching this stream from his grave, then he will be proud of Wargaming doing creating a camo specific for AMX M454 for that tank there. And yes, it will be really good. And so red team for Feast will be on the north spawn and salmon blue team on the south spawn. And we are going to be seeing Feast, as I predicted, they will be going for C, and Salmon, as I predicted, they will be going for both A and B. And interesting, this is kind of obvious, but you never know. Sometimes you see teams take a lineup that seems to be going that way, but in the end, they go the other way to track the other team, thinking that they're going to commit their tanks over the other way, so in that way they will get the caps first. But it seems Salmon's going to get a cap first with B. You will be asking B Frost, why is he there? No one is there to reset B, but I think they kind of dodged a bullet here, because there are 4 tanks near B. You can't really reset B in that situation, so B Frost, although not doing the job that I think he is, might have dodged a bullet, and they're going to get C. But they have to react quickly, because Salmon will get 10 cap points of increase and putting on the table. Very aggressive, and that Vegas Light, I think he might have overcommitted though. Receives a hit from Slice by Waifu. Slice by Waifu is going to... Oh, great shot to putting on the table, but Salmon giving no support to that Vegas Light. I think that was a terrible move by Salmon here. If they want to make that move with that Vegas Light, at least those heavy tanks must go aggressive. And now Feast is kind of pincering that mouse here, and Salmon, where are you? Just help that mouse, please. I mean, it's a mouse, but you're doing nothing at the moment. So Feast, they're going to take that mouse for free if Salmon's not going to do something on the other side. They're just sitting back. I don't know why. They're just allowing Nu to be killed, and in this situation, that's a terrible, terrible move. I mean, seriously, Nu's now killed, but they lost a tank for apps, for free. I mean, they have both A and B. Yes, they can sit back and defend, but they're going to have a hard time doing that. They are now down by more than 3,000 hit points, and Pancake on the table was going to go down soon as well, and so is Pudding on the table is spotted, and it's a one shot, and it's killed by Sugar and Mugu. And Pancake on the table is going to put a great shell. No, it's not going to be a great shell. He missed that shell. And both A and B are now going to be captured by Feast, though. They're ignoring B at this point because they don't have to. They have lots of hit points to buffer. And they're looking for Pancake on the table next. Meanwhile, you're seeing C Park and Sugar Mugu looking to shut down the Firebird. And Pancake on the table is now finally dead. It's now 7 vs 4. And with Feast looking to put shots into Vodka on the table, Potato on the table, but Hidden Surprise now killed. Feast seems to be letting their guard down a little bit. They're trying to get A, which is good. And they're going to get B as well because they want to prevent Salad from winning by caps. Donut is on the table is going to be killed. And with B Frost now dead, Potato on the table is now going to be killed by F Silver, and the next time they're going to go will be Plume, or it's not. It's going to be Vodka on the table. It doesn't matter at this point. It's going to be a great win for Feast and Salmon. A lot of questions will be raised. Firstly, the Vickers Light not supported at all. Mouse was allowed to be killed for free for Feast. They didn't make a move when the mouse was getting punished, was getting pinched. Not a good game by Salmon at all, by any means. They kind of thought that getting 2 caps would be enough, and they don't realize that they are in a dire situation. The situation they're in, it's really dire when the mouse gets pushed and the Vickers Light isn't getting supported. So Feast 6 tanks doing more than 2k, and Salmon, hopefully they will do a lot better in the next game. Only 2 tanks doing more than 2k, and we're going back on Port Bay. So far it ends 1-0 for Feast. Same lineup for Salmon, but hopefully they will do a lot better this time. They're from North Spawn, and we're seeing Feast going with James at the Crown Bargain alongside Mandalorian, and T135 will be T135 will be taken by Bifrost, Z-Park, and Shikamaru, F Silver at the biggest light, and Hidden Surprise at the mouse. And Salmon, same lineup, so I'm not going to announce that once again. Same double Ice for double Tron, a mouse, an AMX M454, and biggest light. So Feast this time is going to commit to more T125s, and this is going to be even more obvious that they're going for A. For C, I mean, if they go for A, I mean, Salmon's going to do the same thing anyway, I believe. So don't think Feast is going to do anything different this time. They're going to go for C, but they might. I mean, F Silver changing into the biggest light. Probably, I am expecting F Silver to get C quickly. So let's see if it's going to be the case. And Hidden Surprise this time. Not going to be for us playing the mouse. Hidden Surprise, I think, will be going for a B reset. So that means Feast will get a capability this time, hopefully. So let's head up high now. Oh, Feast this time is going to commit themselves over to A and B. Interesting call. While Salmon is doing the same thing as last time. So we will see what's going to happen now. Left Silver this time will be meeting up Biggest Light here, there. But Bifrost held down there to reset A if needed. Salmon might not want to go for A that early at the start, and Hidden Surprises I expect will be going for B. And you were seeing the Z-Park and Shikamaru behind, looking for A. Now Silver will be going for C quickly, so as I predicted, Feast this time will have a cap lead, but A is now going to be captured by Salmon. I think there will be resets coming in, with Salmon pancake on the table, getting HE splashed. And great reset there, and that means Feast will get a C cap. And it's a miss for Bifrost. A will be captured by Vodka though, and this means Feast will have the cap lead, but they have dropped some hit points with Bifrost and James, so it's not a terrible start for Salmon. I mean both teams this time, and F Silver will be there. Oh, how Potato on the table is getting shut down very heavily. Not really, not a common position to be taken by any tank. And Potato on the table is now down to a one shot, potentially. F Silver is able to kill off Potato on the table. That means now Salmon's in deep trouble. F Silver puts great shot into Nu, and another shot into Nu. And oh my lord, Salmon is dropping a lot of hit points this time once again. Very weird position taken by Potato on the table, but Salmon is will need to chip away hit points of Feast a lot, but it seems to be a lost cause here because they are now down by more than 3,000 hit points. So all they could do here is pretty much hold and kind of punish Feast for being careless. They aren't even bothering to regroup, but now Feast is going to get even more aggressive. Shikamaru gets shot by Shikamaru, so I mean by Donut, and it's good. And Hidden Surprises going in that mouse, trying to bully Pancake on the table, and it's going to get a good ram, 205 ram there, and another 366 damage inflicted on Pancake on the table. is now killed by Z Park, and they're looking for either vodka on the table or donut on the table next. And then he's going to be captured by Feast. They're looking for vodka on the table. The focus is now going into vodka on the table. James is going to reload his third shell, and he's going to put his first shell into vodka on the table. Yes, first shell in. But Sugar and Mugen will be killing off vodka on the table, and Donut will be running away for his for their life. And Sugar and Mugen great shot to do, and Bifrost is now killed by Donut on the table. And we are seeing now Feast, F Silver, and Mandalorian coming from the other side. This is brutal by Feast. And James, great shot into Donut on the table, and Nu is now going to be down by one shot. Will be killed by F Silver, I presume. Yes, it's the case. Almost got kill stealed by James. And with Donut on the table, now going to be killed by Hidden Surprise. It's going to be Feast taking home this second victory. Plume kills off James, but it's only a consolation prize right here. Shigebuki finishes this game, wraps this game up. Great job to Feast. Salmon, that Crown Wagon had potato on the table, I believe, in the wrong position. That being said, he puts out a good shot there, but I don't think that would be a good position to take in that Crown Wagon. As you can see, get crossfired, even though Feast is very far behind. I think that kind of tilted Salmon. They didn't know what to do when they have a tank killed. They can't really push because the tank potato on the table is so far at the back. If you push, then you're actually pushing into the defensive forces of Feast. And at that moment, if they put the only way that someone can push is to push into where most of the tanks of Feast are. So Feast 5 tanks to more than 2k. It's not a difficult game for them at all. And Salmon, hopefully, they will correct their mistakes. Hopefully, they'll change their position before they on the table. That's not a position that I would go for. In the first match, just give more support to your teammates, and hopefully with those kind of improvements we'll see a better Salmon. And our games ended so quickly. We still have around 14 minutes left, so I can play some games on the EU server. We'll do that then. Hopefully we have more people watching. Okay, we are seeing end results coming through. Arch2 tuner against Navik, so that means Arch2 will get the 4th place, ECG tuner against Kang, NQE7 tuner against Nova. And this is the leaderboard. ECG 1st, Kang 2nd, NQE7 3rd, and Arch2 4th. As for Group 2, we have E4D tuner against Raw, EA tuner against BB, 9B still playing against E7. Group 3, GB tuner against Omega, HLV tuner against Pia. No surprises there. Group 4, we have RN tuner against RS0C, Der tuner against SQ, RI tuner against UI. That means UI are officially out. Because they lost to both Der and RI. Now RI will get another gold ticket, and UI would be missing the next Gold Series tournament, and their hopes in the top 16 are all but over. Because Wild would definitely get the Gold Series ticket, and PGMT are not playing unless they play in the Gold Series ticket. Then they will be in the top 16. But because I know they dissolved, so it's pretty much Wild now into top 16. And I think at this point, the top 16 fight is over in quite a spectacular fashion. Because I think if PGMT is still here, then PGMT definitely would be fighting for that last spot. And well done to RI. And let's look at hello Z-Park, how are you doing? Let's look at the next match. It will be Feast versus GB. Oops. Alright, here we go. We're going to play some tier 10. Let's continue our medium our medium selection. Let's go with level 1. I mean, continue the medium rundown. I think that would be the right way to say that. So, Rockfield. Oh, I can spot middle. Hopefully get some shots up. Let's see.
Time to roll out.
I'm spotted. Spotted only one tank, though. Oh, that doesn't look good to me. I think it might be the best idea for me to run away. Oh, Hori is now getting a shot there. Yep, that doesn't look good to me at all. Yeah, don't want to rush the mouse. Well, it seems the other team, our team has made a good play. Now they're looking for T-57 Heavy. I do fully support taking out that T-57 Heavy. Oh, I-7. But did the E-50M went AFK? I feel sorry if that's the case. Connection issues, or maybe suddenly your computer shuts down, which happened to me when I got BSOD. That happened, and then I went AFK for the entire match. It's not fun at all, but it happens. So, especially the new Windows update I had a few days ago. Suddenly, there was a problem with one of the files. It got corrupted, and then suddenly I press the ready button, and the computer decides to do a BSOD. So if your teammates suddenly suddenly went AFK, they might get a BSOD by Windows. So I think it's a conspiracy. I think the BSOD is pretty much the reason why. I mean, it's the 8th teammate, the kind of the mysterious 8th teammate. Yeah. Ah, E3. Hello. Bye. And E3 is the last person standing, but you're not going to last for long.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Bravo. Well, that was a good team. I thought the team went to a more unconventional way, but in the end, they did really well. So I mean, look at this. I am doing quite some damage, and I'm not getting anything. I just need one more, but I don't have any other. I don't have time. So I'm just going back to Asia server, and then we will be looking at more results coming through. And it's Asia server we're looking at. And we will go into here. Okay. E7 won 9v2-1, so that was that bit I feel sorry for 9v. They've played well. E7 will be surely securing a spot in the top 4. I mean, they won against, well, they haven't won against Wild, so we can't say that they have got the ticket just yet, but they are very close to securing one. They have to win EA next, and that game against Wild will be very important. In Group 3, we know the results, and Group 4, we also know the results. So, 6th round, it will be Feast vs GB. The room is up. Let's go. Hellas is the map. No mediums or lights, but some teams should take a medium or light, and that will help a lot actually. Because if you go for mostly A and B, then you really want a medium or light. If the other team gets into C, then you are able to get C quickly, and not have to go a long way to get that cap. If you go for full heavies, then you might want to send tanks, a lot of tanks over to C to hold down, but you also want to send tanks to defend B as well, and that I think it's going to be hard. You're going to spread your team a lot, so at least I want to see a medium or light, because at least that means you can choose. You can have a lot of more you can have leeway with choosing where you want to go, because with that medium or light, you can either go for C with most of your heavies, or maybe 1 or 2 defending from the spawn, and that light tank can get that cap near your spawn a lot more quickly. For example, A from the south side, B on the north side. On the other hand, you can send most of your tanks to both A and B, get the cap up, and get your medium or light to spot up the C area, so you know where they are going. And if they are going for mostly A and B, then you know that you might be able to get C, and that can be very important. You can even rotate and do something like that. So GB, last time I said they should not defend between A and B once again. Hopefully they are not going to do that. If they're going to do that strategy on both A and B, at least have 2 to 3, at least have 3 to 4 tanks defending from your spawn, and not 5 tanks between A and B, because you're losing your terrain advantage in this situation. And look, NQE7 NQE7 can kind of rotate and shut the tanks down relatively comfortably. Okay, 2 minutes left to go. GB are waiting for that. Waiting for their 7th player to show up. They have really used it as a spectator shout anything goes south, or if the invite didn't work, then rename user can hop in and play. Both teams are going to take at least a light tank. So you're seeing Feast, they're going to be using double IS4 by Bifrost and Surprise, double T185 by Rispark and Sugar, double Crown by Mandalorian and James, and F Silver and the Vegas Light. On the other hand, GB, they will have Berlin in the IS4, Professor Vickers Light, double T125 by Yoga Gabida and Monaco, double Crown by Doha and Nutwich, and we're waiting for another player to show up. Hello Kuga, how are you doing? Hey, Seo is in. He's going to take a T125, so it's going to be 7 vs 7. Z-Part can't spectate because Necromancer and Slice by Wolf will be both spectating. GB only has 1 spectator. And as you can see, I mean, the thumbnail is looking really nice, isn't it? It's black. So, we're going to be going in. It will be headless. And let's see if GV has learned their mistake last time. Let's head up high now. Feast, red team, south spawn. GV, blue team, north spawn. So GV are going to commit their tanks over to C this time. They're not going to do the AB strat. As for Feast, they're just going straight into A, getting the cap up. And Bifrost seems to have some problems with his driver. Maybe there is a quarrel with the crew inside the tank, and as a result, they kind of crashed the tank onto something. Professor's desperately running away because he knows that he can't battle against the Bifrost and Shugenmugu. So he's just going to go and rotate. B is going to be captured by Feast, and Feast, they're both A and B. So now it's going to be interesting. I look at how Feast is defending here. They are not going to set five tanks between A and B, and they are having a lot of tanks near the spawn. F Silver is going to be responsible for getting the spots up, and Sugar and Boogie will be responsible probably to get the GV spawn spotted up. On the other hand, I think Feast might be putting too many tanks near the spawn. It could be a problem. But as we can see, F Silver is going to spot even more tanks of GV. GV, they have to be quick because Feast, they will gain 10 cap points per second. So they don't have a lot of time to figure out where Feast tanks are. They are going to, I mean, the usual tactic is to push on both sides when the other team has both A and B. And this is what GV is doing right now. 4 tanks near the spawn, pushing onto B, and 3 tanks look to push onto A. Oh, but Feast, they're looking to be a counter push. They know that they have everyone on A. So what they're going to do instead, they're just going to shut down the flank that is going to push onto A. So that's a good idea here. But GV has to hurry up in shutting down, getting both A and B. And I can see Feast losing both A and B at this point, and that would not be good news for Feast. They need to defend A. Yokai Gavida is now dead, and Feast are now over 800 cap points, but Bifrost is actually very isolated here. And you can see James, Mandalorian, and Shigebuga are quite far back. Can Monaco get A though? I don't think so. James will be there to reset A, and F Silver and the Vickers Light, you can see how important it is. The mobility is going to allow F Silver to get C, and they got C. Bifrost is now going to be a one-shot, and it's now going to be 6/6. Hit point still with Feast though. They're now pushing on to Hidden Surprise, and can they defend A as well? You can see the Crown Vargans now looking to help Hidden Surprise. Hidden Surprise pushed by 4 tanks, and Hidden Surprise will not survive along here. And Feast, they still have both A and C, and GV, they seems to be ignoring A at the moment. They should have sent 1 tank there, but it seems no. Hidden Surprise is now dead, and they're obviously now going for A. And Feast, they have to kill off Doha quickly. They did, and they will be getting the first game. Great job here. Great counter push. I didn't see that coming, but when they have so many tanks near the spawn, they have to do something about that. If they stay where they are, they will end up like Salwin. And great job to Feast. Counter pushing. And it caught GV off guard. I mean, especially Yoga Gavinda. He is pretty much isolated, and Professor in that Vickers Light, Feast silenced Vickers Light really hard, and GV are left with little choice but to kind of be aggressive on A and B. Kind of thinking that they aren't aggressive enough on A, but probably it's going to be hard to tell because they have Feast have double Crown Bargain sitting at the back, trying to reset A and punish whoever is trying to get out of the open like that. So, great job to Feast. So, it's now going to be 1-0 to Feast. Okay, so we're now on to the second match. Feast versus GB. GB is going to take triple Tier 125 once again. Double Crown, Berlin, the Iceborne, Professor the Vickers Light. So the same lineup as last time. Feast. This time they're going for triple Crown Bargains by James, Slice my wife with Mandalorian, triple M60 by Beef, Ross, Hidden Surprise, and Sugar Mugu, F Silver, the Vickers Light. And GB definitely, definitely, hell is it's the map they hate. They don't seem to have a good track record with Hellas, and we're going to find out soon whether he's going to pick up another win on Hellas and GB, whether they're able to make a comeback in a weak map, in their weak map. Okay, so we are seeing Feast is going to commit most of the tanks over to C this time with James, and also Slice by Wife going for B. F Silver is going to get a lot of spots of GB now. I mean, you can see here, spotted up Monaco, but now Berlin, Doha, Yoga giving the sale, all spotted, 6 tanks spotted now. So Feast has a lot of information on what to do. F Silver isn't able to put a shot into Berlin. And oh Berlin! Oh my lord, Berlin! What the heck is happening there? He's trying to cross into this area to get to hold down on C, but maybe he's too slow. He gets shut down pretty heavily by the camping Feast clippers. So F Silver took a hit, but it doesn't matter too much because in terms of trading, Berlin is a lot more has taken a lot more hits here. And this looks really good for Feast at the moment. Feast has a cap lead, not GB, and GB will be looking looking really carefully on C. They want to get C. If they can get C, they will have a cap lead, and so far they don't. Berlin is almost killed now. It's now down to 2 shots potentially. Oh my lord! It's now killed. This has gone from bad to worse. For GB now, they lost Berlin. Are they going to push on the other side? GB are known to, you know, come back really well when they lose a tank like that. Unfortunately, I don't think so because so many tanks so far at the back with GB, and you can't rush with 2 tanks here. If they rush with 2 tanks here, they're just going to die. And Feast sensing victory in the horizon. They are now going to push onto Doha and not H here. The GB simply so spread out that Feast is able to capitalize on that, and Doha is going to be taken out really quickly. The next tank down for GB. Seems GB have not recovered from the last match, and Hell is definitely their weak map. No questions about that, and not much is going to be pushed by Feast here, and you can see James now teaming up with Sly on Yoga and Govinda. He's dropped the reactive armor and the speed boost, but he's trying to. He can't. He's trapped. He can't run away. Nutish is going to go down to 3 tanks, and this is brutal for Feast. And 2 really convincing games for Feast. And you can see it's now 7 versus 4 hit points in Feast. Huge favor to Feast. Both A and B are captured, so GB might have a cap lead, but they're going to take out Yoga Govinda soon. Yoga Govinda is now the focus for Feast, and Slice my wife bounces onto Yoga Govinda, Feast has to hurry up though, because they can't let this one go away. They can't let this one go. And Bifrost going to put a great shot into Yoga Gavinda. Now, oh, Yoga Gavinda is on fire. Bifrost wasted that shell, and it's now going to be 7 versus 3. Professor's going to go down very quickly, but I would say Feast, to play safe, they might want to get A, but anyway, it doesn't really matter at this point. Professor's now dead, Slice My Wife was now dead, and Sayo's now dead, leaving Monaco the last person standing. Great job to Feast, and that kill to Berlin is just brutal. Nothing GV can do at this point, and I mean, they have 4 tanks so far at the back. They can't simply just push immediately. They can't do what they usually do, is to push immediately when one tank gets killed, and they just, you know, can't do much in this situation. They can't chip away hit points of Feast. Feast did another great move into pushing into the corner. I think they're sensing that GV would push through C, but they didn't do that. So Feast might be thinking GV is isolated on C, so they did that move, and it worked really well. So that means Feast turn against GV, and GV I think they have to train a lot more on Hellas. Doesn't seem like they are this is the map they are good at. It really looks like it's not GV at all for that map. I mean Hellas made GV, not GV. Just to say, and I hope they will prioritize with training on Hellas, because if they got picked on Hellas once again in Go series, on the first day, do remember it's a best of 3 on the first day, except the grand final. Then I would say GV, you really want to, you know, you really want to, you know, get this map out of the bag first. I mean, get out of the way, and then Feast. Simply 6 tags doing more than 2k. Great stuff by Feast. This is the Feast. They are so far performing better than yesterday. It's great to know. We still have a lot of time left. Around 10 minutes, 13 minutes left to go, I think. We can go back and get the mission done. Okay, let's look at Group 6. EA won E7 2-0. BB still playing against Wild, and 9V still playing against E4D. So EA now 4 points. Only 1 more match to go, but they are going to be in the top 4 at least, because Wild lost to EA. Wild lost to EA. Wild won against EA, so no, EA is not totally safe yet. Anything could still happen. Meanwhile, Group 3, Salmon 2-0 against Pia. Good job to Salmon. Next shall be 2-0 against DTG. It's saying IS1 unskilled. SQ 2-0 against RS0C. ID 2-0 against RI. RN still playing against UI. So UI might be getting their revenge here. So long, but they're pretty much out of contention. They're pretty much not going to get top 4 anyway, because they lost to both Dur and RI, and RN they lost to UI. Doesn't matter too much. They'll lose some cups, but it's not a big deal. So let's actually go back to EU Silver, play some games, and go back to Asia. Did I do well in that one last time? Yeah, I did some damage. Let's go for either DM. The tank I don't think is noob friendly. I don't think it's noob friendly at all. I do struggle with this tank much more than other mediums, like even more than 1-to-1, which is saying something. I would say saying something when I'm struggling in this tank more than some other tanks that are not considered to be that nuke friendly. So let's go. I just survived though. If I were to get that mission, survive and win, so this is kind of mission impossible for me. But we will see. Oh, it's getting captured. Oh, am I able to reset from that position? Sheridan's there. I don't think I can reset A though. Not gonna risk myself. They're trying to get C as well. Ooh. Okay, actually. Oh no! How dare you? Well, just go here. Yes, looks really good at the moment. Ooh, bounce, bounce, bounce. I might not survive at this rate, but it seems it's a win, so it's good. Hopefully I don't get killed. Yeah, I just have to stay alive. It will be fine. But we're going to lose tanks very soon. Oh, actually no, we might not win. We might not win. With so many one-shots. Ah, gosh, what am I doing? Now C's captured, it's good. Ooh, I have to run away from the 50B because I know that tank will be looking for me. Definitely looking for me. Going to run around circles. Oh dear, we lost a tank. I have shots onto IS-4. I have to take a really close look to that 50B. Come on. There we go. I got a mission! Yes! Not too much damage, but it's good. It's fine. It's not that bad. Yeah, so I can upgrade. How many minutes we have left? So we'll go back to the Asia server. And let's look at more results for all groups. Good morning, baddest. I'm getting pinged once again. Morning, Ranjao. That was kind of enthusiastic greeting right here. Ranjao. I kind of say J as the Y sound now. Let's look at the results of other groups. E4D won 9v2-1. That's an important win right here, but wow, barely edging BB2-1. So if you're looking group 2 here, we can safely say, well, Wild has lost to both EA and E4D, I think. Yeah, they lost to E4D. They lost to EA. They won against EA. They lost to E7. So they're going to play against E7. So only E4D are safe at the moment, top 4. And now 9V is going to have the game of their life against EA. If Wild won against E7, then 9V will be knocked out, and they will not get a Gold Series ticket. And I think they do not have a Gold Series ticket in the last one. Nope, they don't. So if Wild won against 9 EA E7, then 9V are out. They lost against EA. If 9V won against EA and Wild won against E7, what is going to happen? This is going to be interesting. That means 5 teams will have 4 points. 5 teams will have 4 points. Raw against BB doesn't mean matter at this point. BB and Raw, whichever team winning would not get a ticket anyway. So if 5 teams get 4 points, this is going to be funny. Because EA won against E7, EA won against EA if they lost to 9V, so 1 win, 1 loss. EA won against E4D, 2 win, 1 lost. And EA won against lost against 2 win, 2 lost. So here 2 win, 2 lost. E7 if they lost to Wild, they lost to EA. Okay, 2 lost. They won against 9V and they won against E4D. 2 win, 2 lost. As for E4D, they won against 9V. They won against Wild. They lost against EA. They lost against E7. 2 win, 2 lost. 9V if they won against EA, a win. If they lost to E4D, 1 win, 1 loss. 1 win, 2 win, 2 loss. And Wild if they won against E7, they lost to. They were against E7, won against EA, lost to E4D, lost to 9V, 2 win, 2 lost. So if 9V and Wild both won their games, all 5 teams will get a Gold Series ticket here. So that means all 5 teams will get the first place. Amazing. Can we have that? Can we see that happen, please? That would be brilliant indeed. I do feel very sad for 9V to lose out in this situation. And that will have a huge implication to chances. I think if they don't get a ticket in here, they are definitely our top 8, and the team below them will be RN. RN would get the top, get the 8th place instead after the second Gold Series tournament, and our 9V will lose a lot of cups, and they will be packed down. They will be saved in the top 16, however. I don't think there will be a problem with that because PGMT dissolved. UI didn't get a Gold Series ticket. Wild will get to the top 16 anyway. No one below Wild will get a Gold Series ticket. So yeah, Arch2 will get a Gold Series ticket, but Arch2, Arch2 don't have a lot of cups at the moment. Yeah, so only Arch2, well, I don't think Arch2 would have any trouble. They might be looking to get into top 16 though. We will include that in our table after this stream. Okay, as for Group 3, we have Feast, Tune against GB, so we know that already. and Group 4 we also know the results already. So RN 2-0 against UI. So that means the top 4 of Group 4 is now decided. And it all depends on the next one. I almost forgot to get into the room. I talked too much. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. I'm here. Pia, what do they have in store? Feast seems to be going for a meme strategy. Doesn't matter. Feast, they are definitely going to finish at a high place tonight. DDG will need to win against Salmon, and otherwise it will be interesting. Because it will be the first time that Salmon will get a Gold Series ticket. DDG have got a couple of Gold Series tickets before, so it doesn't matter if DDG lost to Salmon. But it will be fun. Not funny. It will be. Yes, I think GV are very inconsistent, except Hellas. Hellas they just need a good strategy. It seems PA is going to show up with only 5 players, so I think there's not much to stream here. Well, I think it will be definitely 2-0. I think these just go for YOLO push. And they are leading by more than 7,000 hit points, almost 7,000 hit points. So good luck to Pia. Hopefully you can survive for long as you could. But I think these will just go for an Iron Fist. No, it's 7 versus 5. If you don't go for a push, then why are you even playing tournaments? So Pia is going to spread out a little bit. They are not going to sit behind and do nothing. While Feast is just going for a big C push. T22, Juzak. Oh, it's going to spot all tanks up. So Pia knows that there is a big push coming in from C. Feast stop pushing. Ooh. Oh, actually Mandalorian took a hit. Slime my waifu. Looking for JJH. As I said, if Feast is not pushing now, they're not playing tournaments. And look at Jjar. PS not even helping Jjar. So what is going on here? Oh, they're ignoring Jjar for now. They're allowing Jjar to survive. Interesting call. Jjar is now dead. And the next time they're going for Varian, Varian is now going to be dead very soon. Nothing Pia can do about this, and not what they're going to do now. I mean, what is Feast doing? Are they going for a boost? I think they're going for a boost right now. But Feast, I think their main idea is to not lose everyone. They want to do the boost first before they win. But it seems Slice, my waifu, is not heeding this call. Look at Feast. This is happening. The boost is happening. I think people will be wondering what is going on here. What is going on? Oh, they're not going to do the boost. Are they going to do the boost? They're definitely going to do the boost. Here we go. Alexander's now there. Slice, my wife would just stop killing tanks. You're disturbing the party. Here we go. Mandalorian is going to be boosted upwards. Almost there. Yes. Yes. Go. Yes. First tank in. Do we have the second tank in? F Silver almost there. Might get a little bit stuck here, however. Doesn't have enough horsepower, but it's almost there. Just a tiny little bit. I think not really quite successful. Gonna do that once again. This time we want the great shot to hit a surprise. It is a surprise had to survive. Maybe they want to go for Slice my wife to be boosted upwards. Mandalorian. There we go. Feast. Looking for another boost. Yes. Before the Death Star is going to make a poor shot to, be a killjoy. It will be a killjoy. Oh, tank stuck here now. Oh, Slimes, my waifu has now come in, and now he's going to join Mandalorian's so right is in. Oh my, I love this. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness me, that was memeing. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well, but I don't think Pia is happy about this. Don't think they're happy about what about this, but well, but anyway, they're just having so much fun. But Pia it's just not having any of it. But I don't think it's because of the boost, it's because of the do you have enough shells out that comment right here. And that means Feast will be getting the first win over to Pierre, and 7 vs 5 can't do anything bad about you can't do anything wrong about this. Hidden Surprise did 0 damage, so he's a big noob here. And we are going into the next match of Feast versus Pierre. Oh my god. That fly. And here we are. We're going to be seeing Feast, Triple Mouse, a Gorilla, a Chieftain, an ARWV, an F-Silver, and a Sheridan. I mean, if they are not doing the boost strat, well, what are they doing here? I don't know. But this is God. Let this thing fly through. So, they're doing 5 vs 5. What's going on? They're going to make things even 5 vs 5, but it seems Pia doesn't want to ready up in the 50 feet. He wants to give a technical victory to Feast, unless they want to ready up. Or if both teams are ready, they're going to do 7 chieftains in it, or is it 5 chieftains they're going to do? Okay, Pia is going to play. So it's going to be 5 vs 5. Things are even. So will Pia get a game here? We'll find out soon. PSA nice. Not sure if they are meaning this. If they mean this. That we'll be seeing now. Chieftain, Feast, quintuple chieftains, and Pia, a Fosh, a T22 Sheridan, an E150B, and the hit points are definitely with the Feast favor because they're taking double mediums or lights. So are they just going to go straight in? No, I don't think so. They're going to get some spots, maybe not. Sky is Blue just getting loads of spots up, but you might be trapped. They might be trapped. Missing shots going through. Sky is Blue, great shot there, but he needs to run away. They need to run away quickly, very quickly. F Silver and Hidden Surprise will be shutting down Sky is Blue. And yeah, I think Sky is Blue left it way too late to run away. That will be the first tank down. Meanwhile, Chieftains, they're still relatively healthy. Sky is Blue is now dead. Juzak is going to be the next tank down. It's going in. Don't know what happened there. He's now down. They are now down to 2 shots. Another shot would do. What is going on, Pia? What are you doing here? And they're now trying to focus Mandalorian. I mean, Valerian is going to put a great HE shell to the backside of Mandalorian. Boom! That was a big hit there. JJ is going to put a shot into Necromancer, and Varian is going to put a Narshell in as well. But Pia is no match to Feast at this point. JJ is now down to one shot. Now on fire, dead, and that leaves Varian the last person standing, and Pia simply has no answer to Feast. 5 cheap the lineup. They kind of, they can't mean yesterday, but they could mean now. So, so Necromancer is going to put a Grey Shell into Varian, and now Feast 2-0 against Pia. That doesn't seem to be difficult to Feast at all. And don't know what happened to Sheridan and T22 right here. They aren't playing. They are playing, but they aren't playing to what I would think they are going to do. And Feast is going to be finishing second, I believe, because HLV is still playing. They probably will win. So let's look at the final results. You can still go for that rock. Okay, here we are. We are not going to be seeing 5 teams in top 4. Wild lost to E7. That means they are out of top 4. Because 9v1 against Wild, so whatever result it is, 9v versus EA. They're still playing BB 2 against Raw, and the Group 3 we have DDG 2 against Salmon. They are in the top 4, and HLV 2 against Omega. They are going to be finishing first place. And the first place, as for Group 4, we have UI 2-0 against RS0C. Even with that win, they're not going to get into top 5 and will not get top 4 and will not get a ticket. So it doesn't matter what results we're going to be seeing in other groups. So that means the teams that have a Gold Series ticket, at least one Gold Series ticket, will be GV, Feast, HLV, E7, IDK, 9V, because Wild is going to be finishing in the 5th place, as you can see. Once again, GB, Feast, HLV, E7, EA, IDK, 9V, RN, ECG, E4D, NQ7, DTG, RI, and also Wild and Attribution. So there will be 17 teams registering for Friday, and that means there will be 5 groups. There will be at least 3 groups. There will be at least, if I can do the maths right, 3 groups with 3 teams only. Okay, so that would be kind of that would be interesting to see which teams, 10 teams, to go through to the next round, and let's hope we won't see 3 top 8 teams, 3 top 6 teams you're seeing here matched together in the same group. Not hopefully not RN and not ECG and not NQE7. And apart from that, this has been me, Wildwood's helper, following the Asia server, and I will see you all later tonight on the EU server. I'll be streaming the Go Series tournament. Thank you very much, and goodbye all. Bye for now.